We begin this module where we left off at the end of the previous one, with the efficient frontier. Recall that this line joins all efficient portfolios. Portfolios that have the minimum level of risk for a given level of return and the maximum level of return for a given level of risk. We are now going to add a risk-free asset to our model. This asset obviously plots on the y-axis because it has zero risk. How far up the axis it appears just depends on the risk-free rate of return. We are going to denote the risk-free rate of return as RF. The addition of a risk-free asset opens up new feasible portfolios. We can now combine the risk-free asset with risky investments on the efficient frontier. For example, this line shows all portfolios that are a combination of the risk-free asset and portfolio G. Where a specific portfolio lies on this line just depends on how much has been invested in the risk-free asset and how much has been invested in G. For example, portfolio C represents a 50% investment in the risk-free asset and a 50% investment in G, and lies halfway between the risk-free asset and portfolio G. We can construct many such lines joining feasible portfolios that combine the risk-free asset and investments on the efficient frontier. But this one is the most significant. It is tangential with the efficient frontier. It just touches at one place, and therefore has the largest slope of any such line. The investments on this line are preferable to any other possible investments because they have the lowest level of risk for a given level of return and the highest level of return for any given level of risk. Now that we have a risk-free asset available, this line becomes the new efficient frontier. We call this line the capital market line, or CML. The CML shows us the relationship between risk, specifically total risk, and expected return for efficient portfolios. The point at which the CML touches the old efficient frontier is referred to as the market portfolio, or M. It represents an investment in every possible asset in the market. We'll come back to the market portfolio in a later module. We have established that the CML is now the efficient frontier, and no rational risk-averse investor would invest in anything other than a portfolio on the CML. So we no longer need to consider any other investment.